This was both the most freeing and the most depressing thing I've ever learned. Let's talk about it. This is always the thought that I return to whenever I have a lot of conversations with people, whenever I have long discussions with people, is that ultimately nothing really matters. And this is both a really freeing thought, but it's also a really kind of depressing thought. It's kind of like, yeah, why would you do anything then, right? You can get really demotivated by this whole thought of that nothing really matters. But it's something that I constantly get to whenever I have a discussion with someone, because we can argue that being good for this world and helping people and just doing good to this world and making this video, for example, or just helping random people out, we could say that that really is important, and we could say that that really matters. But eventually everyone dies anyways, and everything will do its thing regardless of what we're doing. Now we can have an influence on this world, but eventually, like, if you really go out and have a bigger picture view, what does it matter? It's just part of the process, I guess. It's just part of things. Like, what does it matter if you get a really nice car? Or what does it matter if you get a really good relationship? Eventually it doesn't really matter. It's nice, it's a good thing, but what does it matter? Truly think of what does something matter. If you have a really nice job, if you have a really nice house, if you have all this money, if you have relationships, if you have whatever. I can't really think of anything that actually matters. Like, if I wouldn't be living right now, would that matter? I don't think so. But then once you really think of that, then you could say, all right, so then this whole life doesn't really matter, right? So I can do whatever I want. But that's not true either. Because if we do everything we want, then this world becomes a chaos. We destroy this world which we care for, and we destroy relationships. Our life will be hell instead of heaven, or whatever this is. It's kind of in between, right? We need both, I guess. Yeah, so if we really take into account that everything matters, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we need kind of the both of the spectrum. We need to understand that nothing matters, but we also need to understand that doing good is better than doing bad. So we also need to understand that things matter. It's an interesting concept if you really start to think about this stuff. If you understand that things ultimately don't really matter, then you will give yourself permission to try new things, to really go out there and try your hardest to do things that matter. It's yeah. I wanted to go somewhere, but this concept is so vast that it kind of messes with my head as well once I want to explain it. I have it in my head and I completely understand it, but it's hard to explain in words why nothing matters, but then everything matters. It's both sides of the coin. Nothing matters. Yeah, so what a lot of people don't get right, I think, is that a lot of people get distracted by things they think matter. So they're constantly busy. A lot of people are constantly busy earning more money, getting a bigger house, getting a nice car, getting this and that, and all those things that we think create success in our life. But then they don't really want to see that it all doesn't really matter, and that they can also take a break, and that it's also okay to not have those things. A lot of people get really attached to what they have, and they give meaning to what they have so that they think their life becomes meaningful. But what we're seeing is that if you add your meaning to a certain thing that you have, if you If you think your life has meaning because you have a nice house, for example, really simplified, but that's the thing. If you give your life value because you have something like outside of you, then your life is really not that meaningful, because you will see that your life is kind of empty once you have that thing. But if you turn it around, if you're okay with everything, not that nothing really matters, if you're okay with that, and if you're okay with yourself, and you're just sitting there and you're just okay with being yourself and having nothing, for example, because nothing really matters, then everything is a gift. All of a sudden everything is a gift, and life becomes more meaningful. So if you give life and the things that you're getting in life less meaning because you're the most important. So if you are with yourself, which is your life, if you are with yourself and you're fine with that and you don't need anything else, then everything else is a gift and everything else makes your life better. But if you focus on something else outside of you that you don't yet have, or maybe have but you could lose, then everything will revolve around that thing. And if you don't have it, then you will be unhappy, or then you will have less meaning in your life. And so it's better, I think, to don't care about anything in a really fast way of looking at things. If you're okay with losing things, then everything will be a gift and your life will be better. I think that's a right way of describing this. And so a lot of people are constantly grabbing hold onto their life and their things and their relationships, and like, I need to have this partner with me. I need to have this house. I need to have this car. I need to have this amount of money to be free or to be happy. It doesn't really work. You need to understand that emptiness is full of potential. You need to understand that having nothing means you can have everything. And there are a lot of nuances in this. I'm 100% sure I'm not explaining this exactly as I feel it right now, but I think this is a good first step to discovering this concept, because I find it really interesting. The moment I didn't care at all how much money I would be making, that was the moment I was going to earn way more money. Like, my business was started to thrive the moment I didn't care about the result and just focused on the process, because I thought I was enough, because I thought my business was enough, because I thought the results that my business gave were enough. And I didn't really care about money. I cared about helping people. And then I started to earn money, way more money than I would if I would only care about money. You see where this is going? When you don't focus on that thing, you will probably attract it more than if you constantly chase the thing. Because by definition, if you chase something, you'll probably won't get it. You're chasing, you're not getting. Think about that. I'll think about it as well. Leave something in the comments. I would love to have a discussion with you, because I find this fascinating. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.